I came from the forest to my log cabin. We hunted well. Now you can relax and drink hot tea. The Siberian taiga is a beautiful and unpredictable place where nature rules by its own rules. The vagaries of this region require people to be ready to adapt and take appropriate precautions to ensure safety and comfort during their stay in the taiga. I made sure the dogs had food. Very well. I won't cook for them today. They haven't eaten porridge yet and there is fish. I feed the dogs very well. Sometimes I just chop the fish for them and they eat it with great joy. Then they just don't eat porridge. Although fish may be the main food for a hunter in the taiga, it is important to note that hunters may also depend on other food sources such as game, wild berries, nuts and roots to ensure full nutrition and variety in their diet. I prepared a hunting trail and returned to the abandoned old forest hut. A hunter once lived here. That was 40 years ago. I do not know who hunted here, but I found a calendar and old books. The old hunting huts that have collapsed throughout the taiga are evidence of the rich history of hunting culture in this region. They are unique structures that were previously used by hunters for temporary accommodation or shelter during hunting. These huts, often called lairs, were built using available materials such as wood, twigs, bark and moss. They usually had a simple structure consisting of log walls and a roof made of wood or bark. The size and shape of the hut could vary depending on the region and the preferences of hunters. Old hunting huts in the taiga can be in various states, from preserved and used to completely destroyed and covered with vegetation. The destruction of huts can be caused by natural factors such as windstorms, snowfalls, rains and the effects of time. Previously, very high-quality matches and matchboxes were produced, which were widely distributed and used everywhere. Previously, very high-quality matches and matchboxes were produced, which were widely distributed and used everywhere. Many matchboxes were made of durable materials such as metal or thick cardboard. This made them resistant to moisture and kept the matches dry and ready for use in all weather conditions. When I tried to light the old matches that I found that they had long been damp and had lost their functionality. When I tried to light them, they just didn't ignite, and I was disappointed. However, realizing that the old matches could be restored, I decided to try to dry them. Once upon a time in the past, I was a fan of collecting match labels, and every time I found a new one, it made me feel nostalgic and happy. The labels were like little trips back in time, a reminder of the times when matches were an integral part of everyday life. Despite its ruined condition, the old hunting huts are part of the cultural heritage and have historical value. They are reminiscent of the traditional lifestyle of hunters and the unique connection with nature associated with them. Sometimes these ruins attract nature lovers and researchers who want to learn more about the past, life and culture of this region. Exploring an old cabin in the wild forest revived my imagination and awakened my love of history and adventure. I felt like I was a part of the past, when people lived in harmony with nature and found refuge in such secluded places. This experience reminded me of the importance of preserving historical heritage and penetrating into the mysteries that it carries. When I discovered the ruins of this old hunting hut, my curiosity was rekindled. I couldn't resist the temptation to explore it down to the smallest detail. I tried to imagine how people lived here, what adventures this hut gave them. Every crack on the walls, every broken window beckoned me to immerse myself in their history. My imagination created images of hunters sitting in front of a fire and their joyful faces as they shared their spoils. But that was just the beginning. I continued to explore every detail of every corner of this hut. Step by step, I revealed her secrets and riddles. Some of the finds, such as the calendar, aroused in me a feeling of admiration and surprise. My curiosity was unquenchable. I didn't stop until I explored every room, every nook and cranny of this hut, to be a witness to the past, to penetrate its secrets and mysteries. That's what inspired me to continue my research. As I immersed myself in the history of this hut, it became a part of me. I felt connected to the people who once lived here and understood their aspiration, their joys and difficulties. My curiosity about this old hunting hut ruin not only allowed me to explore the past, but also enriched my understanding and appreciation of history. It was a journey that I will never forget, and which feeds my constant thirst for exploration and knowledge.